Bastl's Pizza Crust is a monster of a drum module. It takes up little space but has extreme sound design variety. Here's what this bad boy can sound like. The Crust can be sectioned into 3 bits. We have our pitch controls on the top, sound design like timbre and layering in the middle, and all the ports on the bottom. This module accepts triggers or envelopes and produces audio. The main inputs and outputs are here. We can send basic triggers to this port here to initiate a sound. But if nothing's plugged into this port, we can utilize the velocity port to feed this module an envelope. The envelope out is useful for following any envelopes generated by this module, and it has an output range of 0 to 5 volts. And the drum output is the one you plug into your mixer to get your sound. The pitch is altered in the top section here, using this big knob and this little button. The button allows you to switch between 3 different modes. We have octave, which drops or rises the pitch 1 octave at a time, through a range of 10 octaves. Sweep, which controls the pitch envelope, which is essentially a quick portamento between 2 pitches that sound like this. Pitch sweeps are important in drum sounds because they give some oomph to the sound. Here's a kick with no sweep. And here's that same kick with sweep. To the right we have pitch drops, and to the left we have pitch rises. The detune feature allows us to fine-tune our tones. It runs linearly to the left, and it runs exponentially to the right, with a max detune ratio of 16:1. We can also get into tune mode by holding this button down, which allows us to dial in the tuning of our oscillators. The tone section here in the middle is how we manipulate the built-in oscillators. This tone button cycles through 4 different configurations. If both lights are off, we have it in FM mode, which is a 2-operator sound typical of FM synthesis. With both lights on, we have FM2 mode, which has some feedback and is more harsh. With the ring light on, we're in ring modulation mode. Both oscillators are multiplied, and we can use the detune feature to adjust the tone. In dual mode, we have a mix of the 2 oscillators. Holding the button down changes the color of these knobs, and allows us to alter the stepped detune and the pitch decay. Just press the button again to exit. Similarly, on the noise side, we have 4 noise sounds that can be cycled through with this button. With no lights on, we have classic white noise. With both lights on, we have bit mode, which is a downsampled white noise. It gives it a gritty 8-bit sound. Metal incorporates some tone into the noise, and it's good for things like tambourine or hi-hat bells. Clap is similar to bit, with less resonance on the filter, and not as downsampled. We can also hold this button to edit the tuning of the noise. The layers fader is how we mix the tone in the noise sections. All the way right is just noise, and all the way left is just tone. And in the middle we get some sweet mixing. We can also control it with voltage through the control voltage port here. The envelope knob allows us to control the amplitude of the tone and noise sections at the same time. D stands for decay, and AD stands for attack and decay. So if we turn the knob to the D side, we get a volume tail, but an instant attack, and the tail gets longer the farther we turn it. If we turn it to the AD side, we get a swell and then a tail, with the longest duration at the extreme. In the middle, we have the shortest of both. The timbre slider has 3 separate parameters called filter, shape, and clip. The slider itself has 2 active positions at the extremes, and is inactive when it's in the middle. The filter parameter only works on the noise section, and is low pass on the left, open in the middle, or high pass on the right. The clip parameter affects both the tone and the noise. All the way left implements a resonant high-pass filter tuned to the main oscillator. It also amplifies the sound. Sounds like this. You can get some super gritty nastiness with this one. On the right, it adds gain and implements a hard clipper, making the sound more punchy like this. The shape parameter only affects the tone and alters the frequency modulation amount and feedback when moving to the extremes. If we press and hold the timbre button, it allows us to assign the control knob to any parameter. We just click on the parameter button and select the one that we want, and then hold the timbre button again until the light goes off. Now we can manipulate that parameter with the knob, or with control voltage through this port. Altogether, this is a killer module for making percussive sounds, and has tons of parameters that can be modulated. It's free, and you can download it on the VCV Rack library page, link in the description. If you like this kind of stuff, you can let me know that by liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment. All of the content that I make is free, forever, for everyone, and you can find it on my Ko-fi page.
ko-fi.com/yaparlov.
I'd like to shout out some Ko-fi supporters. Alverman is the newest supporter added to the list. Thanks so much, dude, for the support and the encouragement that you've given me. I truly appreciate it. I'd also like to shout out all the monthly supporters again, who have been rock solid in their support, and it means so much to me. Shout out to LStackEM, My Beautiful Wife, Sammy Gumiran, Sean Garland, who is one of the first supporters ever, Metasyntax, Pam Demonia, and thanks again to Alverman. Y'all rock. Shout out to my other supporters as well. Your names will always be on my webpage and on the dedication page of the VCV Rack cheat sheet. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.